Now, the one time I made a prediction for this election, I said that I thought that Donald Trump would likely be the winner. So I guess I can say I was right. Now, I didn't want him to win, as I explained in a video from the morning of the election day, but that's what happened. So I've already said I did think Donald Trump would win, and I've already said in a number of videos what I thought the weaknesses in Harris's campaign were. I think ultimately she was the better person than Donald Trump and would have been the better president, but now we'll never know. I can say without a doubt that Donald Trump will do bad things, and his supporters will now have to deal with that. They will, in some cases, I'm sure they will make excuses. They will say that he was forced to do those bad things by the deep state or by Democrats or by Republicans from his own party. And in some cases, Donald Trump supporters will say he did bad things and they can't support him anymore. We saw this the first time around when he committed acts of war on different countries, did different things that his supporters would not have liked him to do. We saw the full range of reactions, from either supporting him to excusing him or to outright condemning him. And I'm sure that issues and events will arise and we will see how the public reacts, keeping in mind that this time the majority of the public was behind Donald Trump, and the country is going to have to really own his presidency. Donald Trump's America is America. It's the majority of America. Now, we'll never know if he is a better president than Kamala Harris would have been. That's something we'll never, ever know. We will know if he was a better president than Joe Biden, and we will also know if his second term was better or worse than his first term. These are questions that time will give us an answer to. Now, I don't know about you, but in my case, I stayed up fairly late on election night. It was exciting seeing the results come in, and at some point the new results get slower and slower and slower, and I go to bed and wake up the next morning to find out that Donald Trump did end up winning. And it was quite an exciting feeling. You know, I was disappointed, of course, that Trump won instead of Harris, but it was because of the unexpected nature of the victory with all the states that he won and his winning the popular vote. It's the resolution of the biggest entertainment event globally. Every 4 years, there's this massive entertainment, this live entertainment event that generates billions and billions of dollars in revenue, and we get to see the result of that, and it's exciting one way or the other. It's an emotionally exciting event to watch come to a conclusion. But other than the excitement and disappointment over the result of the election, it was a very ordinary, nice day, really. We've finally gotten the drop in temperature and the moisture needed, and our fall crops are showing some very good emergence. And that change in the weather has been very, very nice over this last about 2 weeks now. Our daughter Megan is coming to the end of her radiation therapy. I'll do a video dedicated to that later. She's doing well. The radiation is tough, but she's getting through it, and she is a lot better than she might have been. I think her reaction to the radiation is not as bad as we feared, though it is tough. So her situation is something that we are thankful for every single day. And being a nice, cool morning, I got some work done. I was outside with my 2 younger daughters. I had a tree at a neighbor's property that had fallen and been cut in a kind of an awkward, somewhat dangerous position where it was a good-sized trunk that had hung up in another tree, and I was very happy to be able to get that all down safely on the ground, cut it up into rounds, took it off to my place to split for firewood. It's a very interesting tree. I just wanted to talk a little bit about this. I couldn't figure out what it was. I could tell, okay, it's some kind of a native hardwood, but it wasn't an elm. Now, looking into it, I think it is an American ash, Fraxinus americana. That's my best guess right now. It's not something we see a lot around here, but again, trying to figure out what could this tree be. Not an oak, not an elm, not a hickory, nothing I'm really familiar with. I think it was an ash tree, and it's very interesting with this particular tree. It looks like it had been cut near the ground some time ago and now has multiple thick trunks. This one I cut up and took away was, I think at its thickest part, probably more than 14 inches, and even out towards the end of the limb was still producing good sized rounds for splitting. So it's a cool tree. I was glad I was able to get it down, get it taken out of there safely. And as I was splitting it, you see that it's just this beautiful white wood inside. That really got me thinking, because I haven't come across that kind of wood yet. I haven't been cutting wood for very long, but that was a new one for me. And again, it's not a tree that I'm really familiar with in these forests around here. I think it's a rarity in this area. So that's my election day reaction video. This is easy for me to make a video like this, just kind of sit down, talk to the camera. Unlike my Bible commentary videos, which I so much want to do more of, but I like to do those with just a better production quality. I like to add pictures and music and put graphics with the text up on the screen. But for something like this, I just talk to the camera. It's easy to edit and post online. I look forward very much to getting back into the Bible commentary, and I've got some great ones coming up. Well, actually, I'm going to end this here with a little reading from John's first epistle that I think is very good for this time when we're looking at these big public figures, what we think of them, what we think of what they do. Here's John's teachings on how to determine these kinds of things. My little children, these things write I unto you, that ye sin not. And if any man sin, we have an advocate with the Father, Jesus Christ, the righteous. And he is the propitiation for our sins, and not for ours only, but also for the sins of the whole world. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby we know that we are in him. He that saith he abideth in him, ought himself also so to walk, even as he walked. So there it is. No matter what we think about the outcomes of elections, all the things that go on around us, we can always do what's right and play our role in making the world a better place. We want the world to get better and better, perfected through the work of Jesus and his work in us. We can always keep Jesus' commandments, whether if you're worried about the direction of the country, keep the commandments of Jesus. If you're happy with the direction of the country, keep the commandments of Jesus. And also leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think about all this, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye for now.